Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Adeline. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. I think that by the time I get this video up online, it will be 2022, so happy new year. I hope that whatever you've been up to this holiday period, you've been able to relax, watch lots of Netflix, and reflect on what a wild ride this past year has been. So I wanted to start my first video of 2022 with a roundup of my favorites from 2021. I think it's really important to reflect back on what we've bought the previous year so that we can make sure that we continue making good purchases and ensure that we're not wasting our money on things that we don't really want or things that we don't really need. So I'm going to start with makeup, and I actually only have two items, which are both from Charlotte Tilbury. These are both quite recent purchases because, well, I've been in lockdown for most of the year, so haven't had a real need for makeup, but I did need a new foundation. This is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I don't know what else to say about it except that I really love it. It's a full coverage foundation, and recently my skin has been not that great. I've had a lot of redness and just like some spots and irritation. So I needed something a bit more full coverage than what I was using. And what I really like about this foundation is that you don't need to use a lot. So I don't like to kind of pile a lot of thick layers on my face. That's just not, I just don't feel good. You just need to use a little bit and you can kind of buff it out in your face, and it just creates such a glowy, just healthy finish to your face. And yeah, I've been really enjoying using it as my everyday foundation. And it also smells really nice. I've used some full coverage foundations in the past that have actually smelled like paint. I don't want to feel like I'm painting my face. So this is, yeah, the fragrance in this is quite nice. And yeah, I'm just really happy with this purchase. I purchased the shade number 3 in Cool. I think it's a tad too light for me. I won't lie, I did buy this whilst we were in lockdown, so I kind of guessed and hoped for the best. It is a tad too light for me, but it's okay. When I go back to the UK and I'm in the grey, sunless weather, I'm sure my tan will fade and I'm sure this will be perfect for me. It's not too different from my skin, so I just use some bronzer and give myself a bit more color. So the next product that I have is the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in shade Pillow Talk Medium. And I'm actually wearing it right now and I really like it. I feel like I haven't bought a lipstick in a really long time just because I haven't needed it. And I just really wanted something that was like your lips but better. And I know that a lot of people like the original Pillow Talk. I tried it a couple of years ago and it was too blue. Like there's a blue undertone to it and it just made me look really strange. But this shade is a bit deeper, a bit darker, and I really like it. I really like the formula of the lipstick. It's very creamy. It goes on really smoothly. And this also smells really nice, which is kind of a weird thing to say for a lipstick. But it's like kind of sweet and it's nice to use. And not to mention the packaging, the same with the foundation. I really like Charlotte Tilbury packaging. I think she does a really good job at making her products feel really nice to use. And I think that's a really important aspect of putting on makeup. Just the whole experience of the packaging and the branding just comes together really well. So moving on to clothes now, and yes, you've guessed it, my curated blazers. So last year I purchased 2 blazers from the Curated. They are both in extra small. I still get questions on which size I purchased, and I'm honestly so happy with them. They are such a good addition to my wardrobe, or I honestly think any wardrobe. The quality is absolutely amazing. And you're also supporting a female-founded brand, which is great. It also has kind of a special place in my heart because my review for the Curated was one of the first videos that I ever filmed on my channel last year. And I'm still really happy with it. So if you want to go check that out, I'll link that somewhere around. And yeah, blazers, of course, if you've watched me before, you know I love blazers. So my next favorite is my trench coat that I got from Nil BP via W Concept. And I just am in love with this trench coat. I'm so glad that I waited until I found a design that I really, really loved and that ticked all of my boxes. For me, this trench coat is a lesson in not settling. Sounds so serious for just a trench coat, but not settling for an item that ticks a couple of boxes, but waiting until I really find a design that, yeah, ticks everything. And especially with a trench coat, that there are so many nuances and so many different designs that it's kind of mind-boggling. Like, you can just go down a rabbit hole of looking at different designs of trench coats. And I'm so glad that I kept looking and I went for a design that ticks all of my boxes. I love that it is a slightly oversized fit. I feel like trench coat weather is a very slim window. It can either be too warm or too cold. So wearing a trench coat, like, there's a very fine line of time when you can wear a trench coat. So I love that it's oversized so that when it gets colder, I can layer up on the inside and extend that period of time that is trench coat weather for me. I also love the neck detail. So it has some fastenings and buttons, and you can do up the neck, because I don't love wearing scarves, so this is great for me. And I also love that there are buttons on the belt loops so that the belt just doesn't fall off when you're not using it. That type of attention to detail is just amazing to me, and I'm so glad that I held out and waited for a design that I really loved. So next on my favorites is knitwear. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I find it quite difficult to find knitwear that I really, really love, because I think really good knitwear comes at a really high price, which, you know, you get what you pay for. And so I find it hard to find that middle ground, which is good quality, but also good design. And this year I started purchasing from Sézane because I've heard people rave about it and I really, really wanted to try some of their designs. And one of my favorites that I got from the brand this year is the Lucas jumper. And you definitely would have seen me wear this in my previous videos, but it is probably my favorite purchase from Sézane that I made this year. For me personally, I just love the design. I love that it's cropped. I love the big buttons at the front. I think that makes it a little bit more special than just a normal knitted jumper. And I also think the quality is really good as well. I've washed it a couple times and it still looks great. So when I move back to the UK, I will definitely be looking at Sézane's website for more knitwear that will keep me warm in the cold winter weather I'll be returning to. So the next item on my favorites are a pair of jeans. Of course, you guys know that I love my denim. And these are from And Other Stories. These are the Keeper cropped jeans. And they are just a really good stiff denim jean, which is the kind of denim that I like to wear. I really like the cut of these jeans. I find them quite flattering. So they're a very straight leg jean, but I find them really flattering on like the waist and bum area. So they are quite high-waisted. They have a button fly, which I prefer over a zip. I just like the design of a button fly more. And although they are the cropped version of the jeans, they are full length on me because I'm short. And yeah, I just really like them. I think if I have the opportunity to buy them in other colors, then I will. So I really wanted this list to be quite short and curated in a way that I feel like these items really kind of represent my style and are true wardrobe staples for me. And so I only have one pair of shoes on this list, and it's got to be the Dear Francis Spirit boots that I actually bought as a Christmas present? No, as a birthday present to myself. And they're really special to me because I had wanted them for about 4+ years. And last year is when I finally decided that I could commit that money to these boots. So it's kind of cheesy, but they just represent how far I've come in the past 4 years. And not only that, but 2021 was the year that I tried a little bit harder to purchase from brands that really resonate with my own values. So with Dear Francis, I love that they are a slow fashion brand. They create styles that you can wear over and over again. They are timeless. They are unseasonal, is that, I don't know if that's a word. I don't think that's a word. Seasonless, that's what I'm looking for. And that is exactly what I'm striving for with my own wardrobe. So yes, love these boots. Oh, and I also did a review on Dear Francis, so you can watch that if you haven't already. So speaking of seeking out brands whose values more align with my own, one brand that I started purchasing my activewear from last year is Girlfriend Collective. And if you haven't heard of Girlfriend Collective, they are a brand that is based in the US and they create ethical activewear. But what's especially great about Girlfriend Collective is that they are really, really transparent about the whole process of how they create their activewear from things like recycled plastic bottles. Sustainable fashion is a huge realm which I have only touched the surface of. It is not something that I'm ready to really get into on this channel because I never want to give out wrong information. But from what I have read, a lot of brands that claim to be sustainable or eco-friendly or ethical use those buzzwords but don't have the technology or the certifications to back it up. And what's really great about Girlfriend Collective is that on their website they really go into a lot of detail into how their garments are made. They talk about the fabrics, the processes, the factories, the certifications that they have, and it's actually a really interesting read, so I'll link it down below if you would like to know more. But of course, it's not just the ethos about the brand. If the styles aren't great, then who's gonna buy them? So what I love about Girlfriend Collective is that not only are their values great, but the actual activewear designs that they create are just right up my street as well. Just really straightforward cuts in solid colors, which is exactly what I want in activewear. And another facet of being a sustainable brand that is often overlooked, I feel, is also being size inclusive. And Girlfriend Collective sizing goes from extra small to 6XL, I think. And even the models that they use on this site, they don't just use models that wear extra small and small, but they also use plus size models so that you can really get a feel and see what the garments look like on different sized people, which is amazing. It's just a really great brand and one that I would like to see more of. So I've tried a couple styles from this brand. I have the compressive high-rise leggings, the Tommy cropped sports bra. Yeah, I just love the style so much. I do F45, which if you don't know is quite a high intensity like circuit training. So I need activewear that just like holds everything in and down. And it does exactly that. So not only is it eco-friendly and sustainable, but it also does the job right too. I can't rave enough about Girlfriend Collective, and I definitely want to continue purchasing my activewear from them. So I just had to change the lighting situation because I realized I was getting a bit orange. I don't know if you noticed. I definitely did. So we are finally on the last item of this video, and it's actually not a fashion or beauty related item, but a book, or well, a journal actually. And it is the 5-minute journal. I don't know if you've heard of it or you've seen it before, but if you haven't, I will show you a page. And how it works is you fill it in once in the morning and once at nighttime. And in the morning, every day there's a really nice quote, and you write 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that would make today great, and a daily affirmation. And then at night, before you go to bed, you reflect on the day. So you write down 3 amazing things that happened today and how you could have improved the day or made the day better. I've actually had this for quite a long time, but it wasn't until maybe mid last year that I started being more vigilant in filling it in daily, and it's something that I want to continue doing into 2022, because I really do feel like it's made a difference in how I focus my day and how I start the day. So with the way the last 2 years have been, I think it's really easy to wake up in a bad mood. It's definitely not hard. But when I wake up and I write in this journal and I focus 3 things that I'm grateful for, it really does set the tone for the rest of the day. And it's really helped me just get some more perspective and just feel a bit lighter and more content, I guess is the word for it. I'm always really cautious using the word happy, because I do think that being happy is not something that we should necessarily keep striving for, but that's another topic for another time. And yeah, I've just really enjoyed filling out this journal daily. I also think it makes a really nice gift. I know that we're past Christmas. If you have someone whose birthday is coming up, I think that this does make a really good gift. I've definitely gifted it to a few people in the past, and yeah, I just really like it. So before you click off this video, I just want to say a huge thank you for your support for my first year on YouTube. Can't believe it's been a full year already. And thank you if you'd ever left me a comment, a like, a subscribe. Just thank you so much. I wasn't sure if YouTube was going to be for me or if it was going to be something that I want to continue doing, but I think I am. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.